Ever since I was a little girl, I dreamed about the stage. At the age of 3, I started dancing, singing practically out of the womb, but not officially until 7th grade. From then on, I was in love. So, this is my story of what it was like being in New York City, the air, the friendships, the music we made. And while the music in this video is not of our own, it is my intention that it evokes the true emotions I felt that week. In 2018, I had the opportunity to travel to New York City and sing at Carnegie Hall with the Texarkana Regional Chorale, and this is my story. We finally landed in New York late that night. I remember there had been a storm that day, so it had delayed our flight. But nevertheless, we made it. Everybody was excited to see all the lights and the cars and the people. It was just so magical, like nothing I had ever experienced before. Being a country girl like myself, the hustle and bustle of the city sure was a big change from what I was used to. This was not the first time that I had been to New York City. I actually had visited one time before, but this was the first time that I was actually going as a singer, as a performer, as somebody who was getting to live out the ultimate dream. And so, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We are about to embark on an incredible journey of New York City in April 2018. I took a taxi ride to my aunt's apartment one day after rehearsal. We were going to see The Lion King on Broadway, which was a very good show, by the way. If you're ever in New York City, you should make an effort to see at least one Broadway play while you're there. It is definitely well worth your time. I must have had the word tourist on my forehead because he took me the long way around. But it ended up being a good thing because I got to see a lot of the things in New York that I would not have gotten to see otherwise. And while our rehearsal schedules were in the mornings and we had the afternoons off, there was still just so much going on, so much excitement, so many things to do in New York. It was hard to decide where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do. But it's still a great place to visit. I recorded these videos on my phone, and I had no idea that I needed to flip it around and record the other way. Again, there was so much going on that I just didn't even think about it. I just whipped out my phone and just started recording because I wanted to capture as much of my trip as possible. Some people think that New Yorkers are rude because they walk everywhere in a hurry, never say excuse me, just going through life very, very fast, not really speaking or talking to anyone. But in all honesty, that's just how it is. Everybody's got a place to be. Everybody's got something to do. And it's just a way of life for them. So if you go to New York and people don't speak to you, or maybe they accidentally nudge you or push you out of the way, it's not because they're being rude. It's just that's just their culture. Because everybody's got somewhere to be and something to do. And that's just New York, baby.